Today, Ford brings back a legend, and what it does off-road genuinely surprised us. 300 horsepower, standard four-wheel drive, removable doors and roof. That it starts at $225, $49,995. Under there lives a 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder, turbocharged, 300 horsepower on premium, The 2025 Ford Bronco Base proves you can have both. Here is everything protecting you and your passengers. Even the spare tire cover is customizable. 5 design choices. And at this point, you start realizing Ford wants you to enjoy every part of the ownership experience, even the bits nobody normally notices. Hey everyone, welcome back to MotorMax. If this is your first time here, you picked the perfect day to show up. This is MotorMax, and this is our community. People from all over the world who just love machines. Machines that matter, supercars, off-road beasts, motorcycles, and today, something a little special. Today, Ford brings back a legend, and what it does off-road genuinely surprised us. 300 horsepower, standard four-wheel drive, removable doors and roof. That it starts at $225, $49,995. Look at this thing. I mean, honestly, there is nothing on the road that looks like a Bronco. Nothing. That grille, those headlamps, the Bronco is iconic and it knows it. Available in 2-door or 4-door, hardtop or soft top, and with a line of factory accessories that lets you build your exact Bronco. It really is that customizable. 2 front tow hooks, 1 rear, cowl-mounted mirrors that stay put when you remove the doors. These details are not accidents. Yeah, people will compare it to the Wrangler. And honestly, that comparison is fair. But here is the thing, the Bronco and standard 4-wheel drive. Not optional, not an upgrade, standard. That is how serious Ford is about this being a real off-roader from the very base trim. And you have color choices that actually have personality. This is not your average gray rental car color palette. The Bronco demands attention and it earns it.
2.3 liters, 4 cylinders, 1 turbocharged from a base model SUV that starts under 40 grand.
300 horsepower at 5,700 RPM. That low torque figure, that is the turbo doing its job. 300 horsepower at kicking in at just 3,400 RPM. That low torque figure, that is the turbo doing its job. And gears. And that 7th, that is a dedicated crawler gear. Ultra low ratio for picking your way through serious technical off-road terrain. Speed automatic. It still has paddle shifters so you can row through gears yourself when the mood strikes. And it brilliance.
G08 modes. Goes over any type of terrain. 5 of them on the base. Normal, eco, sport, slippery.
You choose your descent speed and the Bronco controls it for you. So you can focus on steering through the rocks instead of fighting the pedals. 3,500 pounds of towing capacity. Boat, small camper, dirt bikes, the Bronco Base handles it all.
All right, we have had enough of tarmac. Time to take the Bronco to where it really belongs.
Haas, high performance off-road stability suspension, version 1.0 on the base. It uses
part-time 4x4 with selectable engagement, comes standard on every single Bronco Base. 2-wheel drive on the road for efficiency, 4-wheel drive the moment you need it. Simple, effective.
The Bronco is dramatically higher off the ground. That 3 or 4 extra inches makes an enormous difference on a trail.
That is over 3 feet of water, and the Bronco just drives through it, calmly, because it was engineered for exactly this.
Watch the suspension working through this, each wheel moving independently, maintaining contact on the base from the traction as of articulation.
On loose surfaces where the back might want to step out, it brings you back in line, automatically. You probably won't even feel it working.
Back. No drama, no embarrassment. Just a smooth, confident departure every time.
Now, want more? Add the optional Sasquatch package, 35-inch mud terrain tires. And at this point, you have one of the most built stock off-road vehicles on the market, period.
The 2025 Boxy Base, and a capability that genuinely puts most so-called off-roaders to shame.
Step inside the Bronco Base, and honestly, you might be surprised. This is not the Spartan base trim you might expect. This is a genuinely well-equipped cabin. Sync 4, a 12-inch capacitive touchscreen with swipe capability. That is not a budget screen. Wireless Apple Car, and a 12-inch digital gauge shows you off-road data like pitch and roll angles in real time, while you are actually using them. Smart charging USB ports, Type-C in the front row for rear passengers, because nobody should run out of battery on a trail. Pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking, standard. Safety should not be optional, and in the Bronco, it isn't. Acoustic windshield. Now, highway refinement is dramatically better. You can actually have a conversation at 70 miles per hour. Ford Pass Connect keeps you connected to the Bronco from your phone. Lock it, unlock it, start it, check tire pressures, even all of that in the base trim, before you add a single optional extra. The Bronco Base gives you a genuinely well-equipped machine from day one.
The 2025 Ford Bronco Base proves you can have both. Here is everything protecting you and your passengers.
And 911 assist. If the Bronco detects a serious crash, it automatically calls emergency services and shares your location.
Sensor. If the Bronco goes over, and let's hope it never does, curtains deploy from the roof lining to protect every single occupant.
Dual stage front airbags for driver and passenger. The force of deployment automatically adjusts to the severity of the impact.
Anti-lock brakes and electronic stability control, both standard. ABS stops you straight even on wet.
Individual tire pressure monitoring for all 4 tires separately. On-road, it keeps your fuel economy and tire wear optimal. Off-road, each tire is losing pressure so you can deal with it before it becomes a problem.
In every second row seat position. If you are installing a child seat, you are doing it correctly, securely, every time. Standard perimeter alarm. Because when the Bronco is parked at a trailhead or a campsite, you want to know it is being watched. Peace of mind, built in. Trailer sway control monitors the movement of whatever you're towing and automatically applies individual wheel braking to stop sway before it becomes dangerous. If you are towing, this is the system you want working. 12 safety systems, all standard, on the base trim. Starting if you thought a base model meant cutting corners on safety, Ford proves that wrong. Dual stage front airbags for driver and passenger. The force of deployment automatically adjusts to the severity of the impact. Standard perimeter alarm. Because when the Bronco is parked at a trailhead or a campsite, you want to know it is being watched. Peace of mind, built in. Individual wheel braking to stop sway before it becomes dangerous. If you are towing, this is the system you want working. 12 safety systems, all standard, on the base trim, starting at $39,995. If you thought a base model meant cutting corners on safety, Ford proves that wrong. Here it is designed to be a blank canvas, and Ford gives you a full range of factory-backed accessories to make it exactly yours. Even the spare tire cover is customizable. 5 design choices. And at this point, you start realizing Ford wants you to enjoy every part of the ownership experience, even the bits nobody normally notices. The Sasquatch package honestly transforms this vehicle. 35-inch mud terrain tires, Manthro Oxo Flight.
Optional tube doors. You get open air freedom and you keep a sidebar for protection. And they look absolutely incredible. One of our favorite visual upgrades for the Bronco. Roof rails with crossbars. Add a roof bag, a bike rack, a light bar. The Bronco roof becomes your adventure platform. Just make sure the hardtop is fitted first. Steel fender flare kit. If you plan to go wider on tires or wheel width, you need the flares. And they look fantastic anyway. More muscular, more intentional. Front soft. So many ways to configure this roof, and most of them let more sky in. Because that is the whole point. The 2025 Bronco Base is not the cheapest version of a Bronco. It is the starting point. Where you go from there, that is entirely up to you. The question everyone asks about the Bronco: can you actually live with it every day, drive it to work, take the kids to school, pop it in a car park? The answer, genuinely, is yes.
On-road handling. The Bronco handles noticeably better than the Wrangler. Steering is precise, body roll is controlled.
Select Eco mode for the commute and the EcoBoost 4-cylinder becomes notably more fuel efficient. Ford estimates around 18 MP electric power assisted steering. Light at low speed for car parks and trail crawls. Firms up at highway speed for confidence.
That acoustic windshield makes a real difference at highway speed. With all the doors and roof on, the Bronco is actually
everything changes. I cannot describe it adequately. You just have to experience it. There is nothing like driving with the Bronco fully open. Nothing.
Standard rear view camera with backup assist grid lines. Because when you're in a 4-door Bronco with a spare tire on the back, a lot. Ambient footwell lighting. A small detail that makes the cabin feel genuinely premium after dark. Ford absolutely did not make it feel basic.
And suddenly the Bronco feels genuinely playful on a decent road. This is not how you expect a 4x4 to feel.
At the end of the day, whether that day involved a car park, a mountain trail, or both, the Bronco brings you back with a smile. That is rarer than it should be. Everything you are about to see, every single number, comes directly from Ford's official 2025 Bronco technical specifications. No estimates, no guesses, just facts. Transmissions, or the optional 10-speed automatic. The manual is the off-roader's choice. The automatic unlocks trail control.
Key dimensions: 11.5 inches of ground clearance, 37 inches water fording. Engine: 2.3-liter EcoBoost inline-4, turbocharged, 300 horsepower on premium fuel at 5,700 RPM. Standard: 16-inch steel wheels with 30-inch all-season tires. Optional SAF capote. Safety systems: 12 standard safety features including safety canopy, side curtain airbags, all rows,
4x4 drivetrain, Barton Celeste 4X Doxful with automatic on-demand engagement.
Starting at $39,995. Monthly from $309. Technology: Sync 4 with 12-inch capacitive touchscreen. 12-inch LCD digital instrument cluster.
The 2025 Ford Bronco Base. Every specification verified directly from Ford. Every feature confirmed. Every number real. This is as honest as a vehicle review gets.
We have spent the entire day with the 2025 Ford Bronco Base. And as the sun goes down, here is what we actually think. You are not getting a stripped-out penalty vehicle at an loss to...
Perfect for families who want one vehicle that does everything. Off-road enthusiasts who want serious capability.
300 horsepower, standard 4x4, removable doors and roof, Sync 4. How are they doing it at that price?
Honest pros and cons. Pros: incredible value, serious off-road capability, genuinely excellent tech for the price.
If this helped, subscribe to MotorMax right now. Hit the bell. Every week we do this for free for you. Let's keep building this community together.